sentence in your head. There ain't no finish line. Call no man happy till he's dead. There's a pressure behind my soul. I can feel it in my bones. There's a storm coming.
Ah.
Hello.
Oh, okay. Sweet.
I'm Sarah. I am playing Hunter this week, I think, still.
Nessa, you are
Is it me?
muted.
I don't think I have
No.
anything else to say now.
Nessa,
I
I
think
don't
it's
know if you're
Nessa.
talking about it, you're muted.
No, sorry, I was not. I was trying to remember who the hell I was playing. I'm not gonna lie. I am Nessa, she, her. I am playing Pen. She is a wizard who loves werewolves.
Hi, I'm Steve. I'm playing the wizard Zaldan, or the Magi Zaldan tonight. We're gonna be doing some fun stuff, so yeah.
Alright, and I am Michael, pronounced he, him, and I will be running tonight. So, we want to go over what happened last time. We had
I think
two different mages last time.
Why don't I go through what I was up to, and Steve, you can go through what you were up to.
Okay.
So Pen is on her everlasting quest to create. Well, she has two main goals, which is to help werewolves maintain consciousness during transformation, and to turn a glass baby into a real child. Ideally, a baby, because that'd be a weird thing if she just like, and now it's a toddler. And to do this, she went to go see one of the only people in recorded history to turn stone into a human, and that is, his name wasn't Pygmalion, right? It was something else.
No,
The
Pygmalion's
guy
his name.
Okay, she went to go see Pygmalion, from the Greek legend, who was such an incel that he made a wife happen out of a statue due to Aphrodite. So she went to go see him, and he was like, I don't know how the Aphrodite part happened, but I can teach you about glass blowing and making humans human shaped. And Ben was like, sure, why not? I already flew here as a swan. Why waste the trip? And then she bonded with his wife, who, in Pen's opinion, is not being treated very well, because he's kind of a weird guy. And because she was born as a statue and has only ever been his wife, she does not really have a good grasp on, like, people, or what's normal, or going into town. And he's a weird, jealous guy. He doesn't even let, like, servants near her and stuff. So she hung out with her, and they did like a tangled sneaking away to town moment. And she got to meet Aphrodite. And she had a moment where she was like considering the ethics of making a child this way, the godly way, or I guess the Fae way, because it would be Aphrodite's child and not her own. So that was what she was up to. What you missed last time on Glee.
Yeah, and on Hunter and Zaldan's end, I believe we got word that there was a sacred site important to the Bjornir house, kind of like a site where the ancestors probably might even still work at, or at least was. So they went and investigated that, but found out there were a bunch of monks living in the towers there. And the initial thought was kill all the monks. But the Eagles were like, no, you can't kill these monks. So Zaldan's like, okay, we won't kill these monks, but there's something demonic going on with the town, so we're gonna go take care of that.
Yeah, and one thing to keep in mind, remember, anytime you try to cast a spell in a magical aura, you have negative 3 times whatever whatever the holy aura is. Right? If you try to cast against in a holy aura, so like that's that's one of the big reasons that the mages are like, we don't mess with the church.
Okay.
So yeah, if they're truly holy men, killing them can be difficult. Well, if you're using magic. If you got dudes with swords, it becomes often easier.
That's why we brought Hunter.
All right. Yeah, not too far from the mountains themselves is a small town called Kalabaka, which is the one that he had mentioned last time. And actually, if you go to in the places to see on the journal, I'm going to pop something up here for you real quick. Whop. In the one for Meteora, if you go kind of all the way down on the one for Meteora, you can see kind of the current place of the town, and those are essentially what they would look like for your monks, because they had like those are the caves the original monks were in before they actually built the monasteries. So yeah, all of those things, those do still exist. These would be like this. These are further away from where you're at. The ones that you saw were kind of deeper in those forests and away from the small towns. This is, however, where the kids that came to help feed the holy men, the monks there, that's where they came from. This is the closest to the small villages nearby.
And we spoke with one of the priests, and he was the one that told us that there was something demonic going on in the town, correct?
Yeah, the person that you had, the monk that you met that was up in the cliffs that Hunter climbed up, had mentioned that the Devil's Tower is the one that nobody really approaches. There is, however, been some problems in the town he's heard of with demonic influences, and those vultures that you also saw were from the Devil's Tower.
Okay. I believe we were heading to the town then, and we're just gonna. I think Zalden is gonna, because he knows how people react when you bring a tiger into town. Is this a small little village then?
Pretty small village.
Okay. He's just gonna have the tiger kind of hang out at the outskirts of town, because he realizes people get very finicky if he brings a tiger into town.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't understand why, but
when we get higher level, we gotta create a spell that just like summons just Cassie immediately.
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna enter town.
Okay, so the really small town that you kind of enter into, there's some places there where you see like some fields not too far away. There's a river that goes near, which is one of the things that kind of helps keep this town survivable. But yeah, it is relatively small clusters of homes, and you can see kind of up above it on the cliff faces there. You can see a number of the caves that are a good deal further down than the ones that you saw previously.
Okay.
And you can see people working, going about their day from further in the town as you approach.
Zalden's gonna look at Hunter and just be like, well, I think this would be a great place to stay. Why don't you go ahead and try to find us some lodgings and stuff like that?
Sure thing, boss.
All right. And who, Nessa? Who are you playing?
Did Penn show up last time? No, right? She's still far away.
Yeah, Penn's far away.
All right, give me a minute and I will remember who I'm playing.
Is it very clear which is where the inns are in this town? Like, is it?
There's only
evident?
really one, and it's over by the river. It's a place where when some of the boats come and stop there, that they'll be able to have people. So the place beyond that, this is a very, very small town. And on your way down, this is definitely also not a town that's used to anybody coming from the direction you're coming from, except for the monks. Though the kids who saw you on the way there have returned, and there's a number of people in some of the fields and such sort of looking out your way as you approach.
Hey there. Just head this way from a boss.
Yeah, there's a man that sort of comes out kind of curiously to meet you and goes, "You've never seen someone come from further in the woods."
I'm sorry.
We've never had anyone come from in the woods, except for the monks. The children said they saw you.
We're trying to fix that situation. It's fine. It's fine. We got it. I'm working with a mage.
Mages fixing what situations are you trying to?
The guy's holed up in the cave.
Yes, the whole
That one?
monks. There's several of them.
He can't be there, so we're trying to fix that. But for right now, I need to find some lodging for my boss.
Wait. Do you think you could? The eagles themselves serve the monks.
Yeah, we figured that out. Yeah, we're like I said, we're trying to fix the situation.
It just takes a moment, steps back, and goes, "A moment," and goes, and like there's a small crowd of people and stuff, and he goes and starts talking to some of them, and after a moment, one of them kind of like rushes off. You can kind of see like a church and what looks like a small, maybe official. It's not necessarily an official building, but it's the nicest of the homes there.
Cool. Right, I'm gonna go get us a room.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Yeah. Were you away from Zalden when that was happening, or?
I think so.
Okay, yeah. Zalden is like waiting at the town with his retinue of people, just talking to the other grogs. Like, well, Hunter should be able to procure some lodgings. It'll be a fine time. We'll get this whole thing sorted out.
All right, so Hunter, you go to the
inn. Yeah.
inn. Okay, so it's small. I mean, it's enough there for the crew of a small ship to stay if they're delivering supplies up and down the river. But beyond that, not a lot. Again, this is not.
How many people do you think are in our party?
I don't think you took many.
I think we took the two of us and then like 6 shield grogs.
Gotcha.
And then whoever
Probably,
Nessa decides she's playing.
And then probably a few people for supplies and food and other stuff.
Yeah. A couple servants.
So 6, 7, 8, 9, maybe 15 in total. 12 to 15.
I come up to the bar. Hi, innkeeper. I need to get a couple rooms for my friends.
You start talking a little bit about how much you need, accommodation, stuff along those lines. And after a bit, there's a man who walks up to him and says, "We'll take care of this." He kind of looks and just kind of gives him a look and steps aside. And the man just sort of stands across the bar from you, looks at you and goes, "You and yours will find absolutely no purchase here. If you're here to take care of the monks, to remove them, the holy monks that we help serve and we help keep fed, then you will find no shelter here. You'll find no homes here. You should move on."
Great. Okay. I think you're in a little bit over your head, but sure, I'll go tell my boss that. And I leave and walk out back down the road.
Okay.
Whoop. Something rolled.
Yeah, sorry. Do you think Thekla would be healed by now? Could I just be like, Thekla's here also, because I do not remember if I
Thekla?
had. I don't. Yeah, I don't think I had someone with Steve's group, or if I did, it was very brief.
Thekla was hurt a long time. I believe Thekla is healed now.
Okay, then Thekla is also here, who I think also might have had an inextricably
I think Hekla almost
Cracklin accent.
Yeah, Hekla is healed now, but Hekla almost got killed. Like I think
Yeah, I know. I remember.
Thekla.
It was the first time that we were like,
Yeah.
oh, we should leave situations.
Yeah, this is 2021, so it's been about 3 years. And
21.
Yeah, this is summer 2021, I believe. So it's been about 3 years, but that wound was probably, you still probably have some pretty gnarly scars from it. I mean, those are probably going to be there for the rest of your life.
Hey, boss. So they won't rent to us.
What?
They won't rent to us because we're trying to take care of the holy man problem.
But why do they know that we're trying to take care of the
I might have let that slip.
Why would you tell?
I'm not the mage here, okay? You brought me on because I can shoot a bow, and you seem to think I am great at everything, but I'm not.
Well, we'll figure this out. All right, everybody, go into town with me. Well, he's gonna, have Hunter show him which person said we weren't welcome.
That guy right over there by the bar.
All right, yeah, Zaldan's gonna walk up and just be like, well, excuse me, I was told there's no rooms available.
Ah, you're with that group. No. Remind me, you're really big, aren't you? You're super tall? Or am I thinking?
No.
I'm thinking of the previous game.
Thordak is really tall.
Okay.
This guy's not.
Just sort of looks you over and goes, if you have problems with the monks, if you're here to do something about that, this town is not a place that's going to be friendly to you. You should move on, go elsewhere, and do something that might actually do some good in the world. The monks are holy men who are doing as God has intended.
Listen, there was a misunderstanding with the monks. We've settled that. They are fine where they are. I was told there was an issue. One of the monks out there told me that there was a demonic issue in one of these towns.
There's just this moment where everything gets kind of quiet, and he just he when you say demonic issues, he just immediately kind of crosses himself and goes, "I'll thank you to leave here."
I don't think you know who you're talking to.
I don't think you know who you're talking to. Demons, issues, we are here. We are people who are sheltered by God here. You'll find a different place.
And why would one of the monks send me here?
I don't know that he did.
Are you in charge of this town? Are you running
I'm the mayor
the place?
Of this town.
Okay, and now who is in charge?
Which point he just kind of looks over at the innkeeper and goes, "We'll lock this up if we need to. You and yours should leave. You are not welcome here."
What's the aura here?
The aura, it's going to be about a one holy in this, a divine, simply because in towns it generally is.
Okay.
Like if it's a larger city, will often have like a 3. Here you're looking at about a 1 holy aura, like not huge. Like in the forests, there's actually a pretty good magical aura.
Okay.
But again, like I said, these are why mages have a tendency to avoid large cities and stuff like that.
Yeah. Zaldan is just gonna shake his head and walk back to his group. Something is off here, and I don't know what it is.
I will say something. Your characters will know this. Coming in and saying you're getting rid of monks will cause a big problem, and if just in the middle of the thing you drop, I heard there's a demonic thing here. I think for mages, some of you stuff you may be so used to talking about that stuff, you don't think about it. This is one of, like, especially the more worldly characters will definitely kind of know. If you come in and say that, it makes it seem as if their town's infected by demons or something, and they're considered holy people like that. Those are the kind of things that get you.
Okay, so the Grogs would know that, but the mage probably wouldn't think about it.
And it's one of those things where, could it be suspicious? Yes. Could it also be the way that they would react, considering their beliefs and sort of like the role they've taken as people who kind of help caretake the monks? That also makes perfect sense. So both can be true. One can be true. Neither can be true. Well,
okay. All right, we're going to set up some of the tents outside of town because apparently we're not welcome here. Keep an eye out. What are Thekla's skills, by the way? Like, I don't remember Thekla at all.
To be fair, he was hurt almost immediately. Also, Michael, should I update his character sheet like he was doing something between 2018 and 2021?
Because you'll basically somewhere I put the thing. I think it's our little player's guide stuff.
Yeah, I'll just give him some.
Oh yeah, if you go to the journal, there's an XP thing where you basically for Grogs, you put 7 points for each year. Put like 7 points in one ability, and then you've got 4, 2, and 2, and 2 to 3 abilities that kind of represent. The 7 would be the thing that they spend most of the year doing. That's their job, and then the 4 points, 2, and 2 essentially makes it so you've got like 15 points a year, which is what a companion gets. That's considered sort of standard.
He is into falconry. He's good in a bar fight. He's good at running. He's good at hunting deer. He has a great weapon and a shield. Good at giving orders, riding combat, surviving forests. But he's in, like a wealthy knight. I don't know what happened to him that he's hanging out with y'all, but something I'm assuming. He's also very confident and overly so and proud.
All right. Yeah, Zalden's just gonna look at you, the two of you, and be like, keep an eye out for anything weird. I'm not sure what our next move is. Let's get through this night, and then tomorrow, maybe we can make a better impression with the town, or move to another one. I don't know. But don't tell people we're going to take care of monks.
Okay. Sorry.
You got it. Yeah. Someone said that?
Oh, it's not important who said what. Just for future reference, let's not say those types of things. And yeah, setting up camp and just keeping an eye on the town, seeing if there's anything weird or out of place.
Okay. So you've got like the some of the Grogs are kind of like complaining when Zalden's not directly there, just because it would have been nice to sleep in an actual bed or something, considering you've all been out on the road for a while. And the nice thing often about being guards of the Covenant is you spend most of your time at home. Like you don't necessarily head out on the road all that often, because again the mages generally want to be at home, working on their stuff. So yeah, they're like as evening is passing, like you got like the town itself seems a little subdued. Like there's not really a whole lot of people out so much afterwards, and as night has fallen and things are creeping. Who might be on like a patrol or a watch? Would that be Thekla?
That seems up my alley. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay. Make it's awareness, perception. I'm trying to remember what it.
I have battle aware. Oh no, I have regular awareness.
Awareness.
Sorry.
Okay, yeah. Hit awareness.
Oh, botch. 0.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Thekla.
0.
Okay, so Michael, why don't we title this episode ahead of time, which is like R.I.P. Thekla finally beats it.
Okay, so yeah, here because you've got the botch dice. Yeah, it just comes up if you get you did not get a crit failure. I don't think on there. So yeah, you the botch dice came up to 0. What might have just distracted you? Why are you not necessarily paying a lot of attention the way you normally would on kind of watch?
I'm assuming if we've been traveling for like a minute, right?
Mm-hmm. But it's been like a week or two.
I know a lot about forest and hunting, so I think I'm kind of like using the watch as like what's good game that we could probably get away with hunting something, give the troops some meat, maybe raise, everyone loves the guy who brings the meat home,
You are daydreaming of food that is not jerky, essentially. Food that is fresh, food that is going to be wonderful and delicious. And what would Thekla's reaction be when someone was suddenly very close to them?
Ah.
Okay, so would it be like a loud enough yell people would notice?
I think so.
Yeah.
It,
So
it kind of girly too.
the rest of you hear Thekla like give a scream.
Hunter runs right out. Has the bow and arrow ready.
A couple other of the guards that have gotten up, and like there's not a lot of space here. Thekla, you are looking at what's probably a 16-year-old girl, maybe 17, who now like when you scream also returns the scream as she's also startled. Nothing in her hands, no weapons or anything. She's for all like she's just here. She's eyes kind of wide.
My apologies, fair maiden. You startled me.
And
I assume my tiger is gonna come running eventually.
Yeah, so yeah, the might be on the way in, though probably not where this girl is. She's just like, I heard about what happened at the. I heard what happened at the tavern. The demons, the demonic. Something has been happening here.
Oh, okay. I had thought, I mean, I had only heard it secondhand from my boss. That something is happening, that they reacted so poorly, we thought it must be a mistake.
No, no one ever wants to talk about it, but they're and she's sort of looking at like the rest of the camp. You got like guards rushing up at this point, and she gets kind of quiet and kind of wide eyed as she's seeing like soldiers show up with weapons.
I'll send them away. Would you like to speak with my boss or myself? Whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Well, how do you send them away? Because what was it? They're like Thekla. They come in. They got the sword out. And then they're looking around. They're seeing you standing there talking to like a 17-year-old. And they're just like,
I'm sorry. I had startled her.
Thekla, that was your voice.
I was startled.
You stuck up on by a child.
We are in unfamiliar woods.
They just sort of laugh and go, okay, you. I will say, Hunter, you're probably get there as well. And Zaldin, you hear the laughter coming from some of the guards.
Yeah, I'm gonna head that direction.
Good thing we're safe. Thekla is protecting us.
Hey, leave Thekla alone. He's fine.
Now Nessa really has to make Thekla get a deer or something so that hopefully people live it. Even if I do get a deer, I'm not going to live it down, but I don't know.
Yeah. It's like, it's okay. It's okay, Zaldin. We are protected by Thekla, who certainly would let a townsperson come in and make her scream.
Zaldin is going to walk up at this point and be like, you were snuck up on by a child.
I'm 17.
You were snuck up on by a young woman.
I'm afraid so, sire. Now, if you'll excuse me, this young woman has some very important information that would you like to relay? We can relay it privately if you'd like, or
if it's pertinent to the situation in town, then just relay it.
I think for the young lady's reputation, I guess we should maybe go somewhere private. My lady, have you ever seen a tiger? And if so, would you like to see one?
No.
Well, we could go see one. And if anyone asks where you were, you could say that you got invited to go see a tiger. And then anything we need to talk about.
Tigers don't exist in this area.
Well, we have one. We brought one with us.
Zaldin just is looking at Thekla as like, and who gave you the authority to tell people they can see Cassie?
I'm sorry, I thought she would enjoy being seen.
Fine, come back to my tent. It will be fine, all of you. And he points at Hunter, Thekla, and the girl. Mm-hmm. All of you, follow. He heads back to his tent.
And is Cassie in the tent?
Yes. Like, in her own personalized bed.
Yeah. As you walk, as like you walk, and she's really nervous, and it's not much of a camp. It's fairly small.
Yeah.
I'm assuming. Do you have like an extravagant tent, or is it something that's?
I don't think Zalden is into extravagance. It's a little bigger than everybody else's, but it's not like gaudy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie, he's like Gale from Baldur's Gate in my head, where he's like all purpley and like has like a good tent.
He has a good tent. He just doesn't have like the super like there are nicer tents.
Okay. For the second time tonight, Scream pierces the air not Cassie. Cassie's the tiger. Magia walks in with you and she sees the tiger and just sort of screams, and then like takes stumbles like a foot or so out of the tent into like the back or into the one backs up essentially into one of the other the guards that were kind of hanging with all of you.
We warned her there was why do people scream when they see a tiger when they know there's going to... Anyway, young lady,
she's a lot bigger than you'd think she is.
Young lady, it will not hurt you. Cassie is very gentle. Come and tell me this information so I can take care of the problem and get back to my home.
So she takes this moment to kind of like steps in and just sees like how comfortable are Hunter and Thekla around Cassie.
At this point, I think Hunter's pretty comfortable because he's become Zalden's go-to.
I think Thekla is very comfortable. Well, not. I think he gives the air of being comfortable because he wants to appear better than he is.
Steve, would Cassie be assaulting Hunter for scratches?
Cassie would, once like people were in there, Cassie would be doing the cat thing where like she's rubbing against everyone.
Yeah, we'll say like for Hunter, you got that big giant head, just kind of like finds its way onto your leg with just like also wants to scritches. Saw a video the other day of like a dude with blood on him, like who actually got like involved with lions who were he apparently was in a sanctuary or something, but got involved with these lions and they had to kill, and he's just like this one lioness, and she's like, and there's like blood on him from the thing. That I'm just like, this feels like it's gonna end poorly.
Yeah.
I've not seen Grizzly Man, but I'm aware of it, and I've seen clips of it. Yeah, so like Magia's like just like eyes kind of wide. She's like, my name is Magia, Georgia Lou. I did not pronounce that correctly. My father, Iraculus, went missing about a month or so ago. He would leave sometimes at night for meetings that they were having, and I don't exactly know what happened, but there's just some strange things happening. I've seen some of the people leave their homes hooded to go into the woods at night. There have been those who used to be considered good portions of the community are now being shunned. Everyone's suspicious and everyone's on edge.
Interesting. Do you happen to know where these hooded individuals meet or gather?
Because our home is near the outskirts of the wood on the southern side, after the bend in the river. At this point, the river kind of takes its bend. I've seen them go out past my house at night. I'm terrified when I hear them go by. I'm trying not to be seen, but I've seen a few of their shadows come through, and I've looked and seen. I can't tell their faces. I can't. With what they're wearing is thick enough, I can't even make out bodies. Who's who?
You said your father went missing about a month ago.
My mother refuses to speak of it. He used to leave at night as well, and I know he'd been angry with Aristotelius, the mayor, Christodulus, who's one of the other farmers here, and they had been angry with both of them. He complained about them when he was home. Wouldn't say a lot, but then one day he was just gone. And then no one will talk to us about it. If someone had disappeared, we sent out a search party, but no one to see if he was hurt, to see if maybe he'd fallen into something or there was a boar or something, but No one even tried.
If he points directly at Hunter. If he was to go with you right now, could you show him in the direction that they went?
Yes. I mean, it would probably be safer if I were to go back home and you were to find me there, and then we'll go. If we're walking through together, people will notice. I snuck through the woods. I snuck through as much as I could to not be seen. Everyone's currently on edge.
All right, then he will meet you at your home, and you send him in that direction. Hunter, sneak out and find any information about this gathering, and then we'll go there.
Boss.
Yeah.
Are we sure this is on the up and up? Like, what if this is like a ambush?
Then I kill them all.
And
Okay.
Maji is Maji just looking at you like, how the fuck would you? Like she just seems very worried.
Luckily, it's not an ambush, and also everything will be fine.
No, not the townspeople or you. Like, if anybody attacks me, they probably won't make it to
Okay, but what
tomorrow.
about me?
Hunter, you will be fine.
Aren't you
As
sneaky?
I'm sneaky, but I'm one guy.
I will kill them. Yeah, but you're not going. You're gonna be here on your tent. How does that help me?
Also, you're not sneaky at all. You're good at climbing.
I can climb. I can shoot an arrow. I might be able to swing a sword.
No.
All right, fine.
You know?
Even your bows, you only get the bonus if you're in cover.
All right, Maja, go home. We will meet you tomorrow night. A couple of us. The rest of us will be in the woods outside of town waiting. Lead us down that path, and we will see if we can find any information.
She kind of in the dirt kind of thing, kind of carves like a real quick. This is where the town is to sort of show where they're at. And it's like Hunter, you're looking at it, it's relatively. It's if you go towards the river, if you follow it, it's essentially with a couple questions. It's the southernmost home. That's after the bend in the river, so it would not be hard to find. And she describes it, so it's one of those things like it'll be easy.
Gotcha. All right.
Okay, kind of nervously, she heads back home.
So, Thekla, do you... no, sorry. Hunter, do you think this is an ambush to try to jump us?
I don't know. This town seems kind of not on the up and up.
Well, that's kind of the point of us being here right now.
Yeah, I know, but like sending a sweet, innocent little girl to say, "Oh, I need help," and then I go follow her, and then boom, I get hit.
Well, you brought up a good point. That's why I said we'll do it tomorrow together.
Okay. I'm getting a bad vibe. They don't like us, and they seem like they'll do anything in their power to make sure we don't get to the holy men.
You know, this would be a lot easier if we had Father Fox with us.
Yeah, well, Father Fox is look, honestly, if it had been him, this town probably would have already been.
That would have been if it was Celine. There's a difference, but anyway.
Both of them, though, really.
If you need that, Sarah, because I don't know if we have updated Hunter. That's sort of
what?
I don't know if we've updated Hunter. I said the thing about XP on how to update them.
No, so, I don't think we have.
Then
I'll update Hunter later.
Let's all rest. Tomorrow we will investigate that portion of the woods without her. And then if we find nothing, we will investigate in the night and have her lead us.
All right, cool. Sounds good.
Cassie and I will come with you, so if anyone jumps you, you'll be safe.
Look,
I'm starting to think these rumors about you aren't true.
I never said I was a warrior. I got lucky twice.
Well, twice is
You-
much
you-
more lucky than I've gotten.
Yeah, Fekla, we know, okay? We know. Like I've never said I was great at this stuff. You all just put it on me. And honestly, I'm a little tired of it.
Listen, next time I bring you on an adventure, I'll bring the bard as well, and it'll be fine.
Bring Bastion?
Yes. The bard. Is that his name?
Yeah, Bastion. He's
Hunter would be a lot more brave if Bastion was here.
All right, go to bed.
right.
Good night. We'll see you all in the morning. Yeah, the next day, Zalden's gonna get Cassie and like the group and try to outskirt the town to that area she said they were going.
Okay.
And like try to see if we can find anything, or hopefully not get the girl involved if we don't have to, because she's a kid to him.
So are you all trying to go and not be noticed?
Yeah.
Are you taking like who all is going? The whole group or?
I think it's gonna be the three of us, Cassie, and then just two of the normal soldiers.
Mhm.
Leave the other 10 people at camp.
Okay. Who's the best person to lead this expedition? To basically take him through with stealth to try not to be seen.
Thekla doesn't have a lot in terms of stealth, but he does have
Also,
forest survival and hunting.
yeah, I think hunting might work in this case too. There is a bunch of like stealth in that. What's how's hunters on that?
Let's see. Like a hunter's bits.
Yeah.
Hunter has a 4, and I have a 2 in terms of hunting.
I have a stealth of 3 with the Zalden.
Okay, abilities. He's got climbing, awareness in the woods, and bows and arrows from cover, but that's about it.
Okay. The hunting might be the best one here, simply because part of there you want to go through without necessarily being seen or noticed, getting people kind of far enough away where that's not a problem. I think that could be pretty good. If Nessa, I guess Thekla has the best on there.
No. Hunter has a better. He's score a 4 in hunting.
Oh, yeah. Then yeah, Hunter, you might be the best one to take through. Just you know the ways of the forest well enough to kind of get you far enough in that you can kind of skirt around.
Okay, so I want you to roll. Get back to Hunter Hunt. Let me roll my hunting real quickly. Abilities. Hunt. Is this okay? Stress die.
Yes. All right.
Let's see what
11.
that is. Ooh.
Yeah, not a problem. Yeah, as you all make your way through, it takes you a little while because you go back further enough that people aren't going to necessarily see as you kind of head off to the right, make your way through the forest before kind of hooking south, and able to pass through where you shouldn't have anybody seeing you, and kind of in the general direction that you were told of. And then searching for a bit, this is one of the places where Hunter's stuff really kind of kicks in. You start to see the paths people were taking. These are not people trying to hide where they're going. There's been enough people moving through here that there has been a tiny bit of a found path. What are they called? Found paths? Like with that sort of natural path where people walk through places they're not necessarily supposed to. Once you find that, it's pretty quick shot to a clearing. And the clearing itself is it's a bit deep in some thicker woods out in this area. Like these are some old woods and such here. And as you get into it, the clearing itself has there's like a gnarled, twisted tree on one end of it, and there have been some things carved into it, and you can see sacrifices of what appear to be like some animal blood is probably there. You see some sacrifices of looks like food and other things had been left, like some offerings. Steve, do you have any infernal lore?
Infernal lore. No, I have lore area, lore House Bjornir, lore Order of Hermes.
Okay, go ahead and make an Arts Libralis roll here. To probably see if this is something.
Libralis.
It can be a little bit harder because you don't have the Infernal lore, but this is to see. Go ahead and make a stress roll.
Oh no. Botched it.
Okay, but no botch on it, so you can get a 0 on that, which means you just get a 5. You're looking at the symbol that's there, and it's not. It's. You think it has something to do with demons, perhaps, but this has not really been the thing that you have focused on. You have not done a lot with demons, so you've not studied a lot about them.
Yeah.
But like it looks like this is maybe a place where they come to sacrifice, possibly to a specific one.
Okay. What's the magic aura here?
So technically to detect it. Also, I think there's a technical thing for how to detect it, but I'll just go ahead and. It's infernal in this area.
Okay.
It's fairly low infernal, but it is infernal.
So, would that make my rolls harder then?
A little bit. That just uses the negative. Actually, let me just double check real quick with infernal. I believe infernal is just the negative of the thing instead of like holy is the 3 times. Infernal aura. Yeah, just minus whatever the aura is for magical power.
Okay. Damn. I wish I had a spell that would make oil and just burn this tree down. But okay. Zaldin is gonna look at Hunter and just because we brought two shield guys with us, Thekla, you, and I have Cassie. He's gonna look at Hunter and he's gonna be like, I want you to go back and get all of the soldiers and bring them back here as carefully as possible. Tonight, when these people show up, we're going to see what they're doing. And if we need to eliminate them, we eliminate them. If we don't, we don't. But
Right.
don't tell anybody we're trying to take care of people.
Fine. I'm sorry.
Just do your thing to get back like you did to get here and bring everyone with you.
Gotcha.
Except
We'll
eat everyone. It's fine. Servants can stay on the outskirts of the woods. They'll be fine.
okay.
Remember, in the battle, don't get dead. That's very important.
He's gonna look at Thekla now and be like, all right, based on what you saw from the town, would you say that town is equipped for fighting? Like, do you think we're fine with the amount of people that we have?
I didn't really go into town that much, but if I had to say, I would say no. Most towns are usually not equipped for fighting, but you know what? The farmers are usually more equipped. Although what Majima, who I'm going to continue to call Majima from Yakuza 3, and not the name that Michael said, because that's what I heard, did say that one of the farmers might have been in on it.
Well, we'll find that out. Worst case scenario, I just cover them all in debris from the field, like twigs and vines and stuff like that, and then I set that on fire. We'll figure it out.
I mean, there's also oil, my liege.
Do you have oil?
Oh, I thought you might have a spell.
You were with Salim, weren't you?
Yes,
I
will.
I thought you were.
Oh no,
Cool Mage.
I wasn't with Salim, but I heard from some of the other people.
I do not create oil. It would be wonderful if I did, but I don't. So we're just gonna wait for Hunter and everyone to come back, and we're gonna set up a tactical thing. I'll let the soldiers do that, and then we will pounce if we need to, not if we don't.
Okay. Michael, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
My sword has a true faith score of 1. Does that affect anything? Like,
Your what has a true faith score?
well, I just have a relic in my personality things, and they're like, you can make anything your relic. And I was like, well, the only thing I really have is a sword. So, sword.
Oh no, relics are not swords.
Okay,
Relics are
then I
like
don't know.
relics will be like a body part of a saint or something. That's generally what a relic is when we're talking like relics in early Christianity. So yeah, it's a holy relic. It's a finger bone of a saint with one faith point in it. Yeah, let me just double check.
That probably doesn't do shit then. Never mind.
Well, the faith points have a yeah, one thing it can give you, true faith can give you some magic resistance. Faith points times 10. Faith points offer protection from all manner of supernatural powers. Some holy relics carry faith points. They can protect the faithful who have no true faith of their own. Acts just as true faith for those who bear it, using its rating as a number of faith points. Only one relic can be carried this way. To attempt to gain protection from multiple relics is the protection of all. I'll rely on one relic while carrying others. So yeah, it's also useful to those that possess it either personally or through relic when they are sorely tried in the name of God. True faith can be used like confidence as long as its use is consistent with God's will.
Nice. And God's will is to murder these people.
Only the demonic ones. But yeah, I'm just waiting for everybody to get back.
Okay, yeah, it takes some time, but the other people show up. You now have everybody, including like a bunch of servants and such who came here mostly for food and things that appear a bit more nervous as they're trying to stay well away from the actual clearing.
Yeah, I'm gonna send Cassie with the servants. In case anything goes down, she can help them, protect them a little bit. People are going to be prone to avoid a tiger.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my logic, is if anybody goes after these servants, they see a tiger, they're not going to mess with it. I hope.
Yeah.
And the rest of us, I'm just looking at like Hunter and Thekla and the soldiers. Like, all right, we're waiting to see if anyone comes to this clearing. That girl said they come every night. So hopefully...
She did not say every night.
Well, they come nights. Hopefully tonight is one of the nights. If not, we'll wait.
Okay. Yeah, so y'all are essentially kind of like, I'm assuming not in the clearing itself, or are you?
No, we're circumferenced, like in various strategical spots.
Okay. So you got yourself set up, and we'll say there's a point where you see you hear kind of the bird call that tells you one of the other guards has seen the first person sort of on their way.
Okay. Just gonna whisper to Hunter, because he's with Hunter. That means they're coming, correct?
Yes. Yeah, it does.
All right. Get ready. Ready your bow and just be prepared.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Statistically speaking, Thekla has to roll well once. It hasn't happened yet, but statistically speaking.
Well, statistically speaking, Bastion should have rolled bad by now too, and that hasn't happened either.
Karma will come, and it will be terrible.
I'm knocking on wood for Bastion.
Bastion's karma's gonna be death by snooze. That's gonna be.
Oh no.
Them Fae Queens are gonna kill him.
What a way to go.
Tyrion Lannister knew the way to go out. So you, there's sort of like there's one person that sort of comes through as the first one, then others start to make their way. They are hooded. They're wearing kind of like looser robes, things that kind of hide body shape and things like that. So someone wouldn't be able to look out and go, "That's too tall, Jeff," or something along those lines. Or like the first one who comes in kind of like kneels like over by the thing and pours something dark out of a small pitcher and speaks like is sort of chanting something very sort of low. Right now people are kind of like spread sort of throughout, and there's like a hazy sort of like a hazy just like a haze starts to appear around that.
Around the tree?
Yeah, so sort of like in front of it. Things start to like...
That's not what you want.
All right. Uh, how like full is this field of? Are like all the people grouped tight together? Are
Well,
they
so
like a little spread out?
there's not many other people there. Like there's other people like so where he comes there. He's done this. A few others start to come in. As far as you're aware, there's still others going through the woods themselves.
Okay. So the tree is starting to get like a mist around it.
Hmm.
All right. I think Zalden's curiosity is piqued. He's just gonna watch and see like where this goes. If a demon shows up, then we might think about doing something.
Okay. Everyone else is sort of like quietly watching. As other people are coming, and as it's sort of coalescing in front of it, there's just this moment where from it, uh, you see a person start to form, like from the mist itself, as if it's sort of coming together into like almost like pulling himself out of part of the tree from where the symbol and such is.
Okay.
And from where you're all at, like as he sort of like finishes coming through, and it takes about 45 seconds completely. As he comes out, sort of like a handsome, regal man with bearing, like long dark hair, and you thought bat wings at first, but then you realize there's just like a very large bat, like perched on his shoulder, and he stands probably 6 feet tall. He kind of comes and like others are sort of coming in, and he goes, "My children, we have intruders, we have an invader, we have a problem." And one of the ones near him sort of like bows down and goes, "Gop, Prince of Hell, please help us. We've got. They say they're a mage. I faced him in the tavern and told him to go away, but they've been staying up. Uh, they've been staying up shortly outside of town, and they packed up and left recently. But we think they'll be back. They knew something was happening here." The three of you probably close enough where you can talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. This seems not so good, sire.
Yeah.
Problem is, what was that?
I don't think anything I can do is going to help us.
I don't know that I can fight that thing. So, let's just, I guess, would Zalden like realize this is a bad situation? Like, Prince of
Yeah.
Hell sounds really dangerous. Like, would he assume that like we should just leave or
Make an Order of Hermes roll.
okay? Because like a part of me is
Because
thinking like
there's things you would know from when you might know from when the Diadna, basically there was an entire group of mages who essentially like worked with demons, and there was a wizard's war called on them, and they were hunted down to extinctions. There's some things you probably would have heard from that
12.
Okay, so 12 is, let me just remember sure what the
Oh, thank God.
hard. The Diadna worked with Princes of Hell. Summoning Princes of Hell, from everything you've read, not only requires a good deal of power, also usually a good deal of if you're bringing a Prince of Hell in, one, it takes some time for them to arrive. It also usually is great need to appear bodily, and they only really approach great power. Like
Aww.
a Prince of Hell appearing here in this small, it's could be possible if this place is important enough in some respects for a Prince of Hell to show up, but you read stories about the Diadne basically like, well, they're summoning up Princes of Hell to help in the Wizard War, having to hold off for quite some time, sometimes while it was coalescing in the flesh.
Okay, so the likelihood this is so I guess the way I'd interpret that, this probably isn't a Prince of Hell. This is just a normal demon, is what I would assume, unless this place was very important.
Possible. I mean, you're not an expert on demons, but you do know that it is more difficult for more like it requires more for more powerful demons to coalesce on Earth.
Okay.
This one seemed to come through relatively quick.
Okay. Um. I think at this point, Zaldin is just gonna. You said the aura here is Infernal 1, correct?
In the clearing, it's Infernal 1. In the
So
woods,
where I'm at, it's not.
in the woods around it. It is it's a magic aura of 3.
Okay, so if I'm casting into the clearing, I get the aura of the woods, or
Yeah, but he'll have some sort of magic protection. I mean, being any demon has a protection, or any magical creature has magic protection equal to their might.
okay. Zaldin is just gonna whisper to Thekla and Hunter. Watch it. Whoop, we lost Sarah.
You're not going to whisper that to Hunter at all. Hunter, you turn around and Hunter's just gone.
Okay.
That bastard.
Do we want to? I could use a bio break to pee real quick. Do you want to take just a
Sure.
minute or a couple minutes?
Sure, let's
Alright.
take a bio break.
We'll take a couple minutes and be right back.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, and we're back. All right. I think the last thing happened. They summoned him up. They're sort of speaking, and they let them know that they're on the outskirts of town, but they left a few hours ago, or like several hours ago. At which point you hear the man who's been summoned up, Gop, says, "I have a friend on his way in. He'll be here soon to take care of the problem."
Damn. Okay. So, all right. So these things can coalesce themselves in, or does somebody have to pull them in?
They usually have the power to coalesce. Like a demon can make it happen. They're just often called to it because they usually do it for some sort of sacrifice or for something else. The whole thing with demons is demons are trying to corrupt people.
Okay.
Getting to do things for certain gain is a way to do that.
All
Good
right.
for them.
I think I'm gonna tell Hunter and Thekla. I assume they both have bows.
No, I'm a swordsman. Well, actually, let me
Oof.
double check. Maybe I have a bow somewhere.
I have a bow.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
whisper to Hunter, shoot the one that's kneeling in the head, and I'm gonna blast the demon.
Whatever you say,
So-
sir.
Tell me when you're ready to loose the arrow, and I will cast the spell at the same time.
Yeah, I got a great sword and a long sword. I could try to. Michael, would it be acceptable to try to chuck the?
No.
Which would be a more sword?
No, swords are not really chuckable.
Thekla, get ready to defend us. We might need to make a hasty retreat from here.
You got it.
Yeah,
I
I'm
like
gonna.
your knowledge of Thekla is that he has never succeeded once at anything anyone has ever asked him to.
He's cannon fodder at this point. Go die so we can run.
All right.
Worst case scenario, I turn into a tiger and get the heck out of Dodge. Like, I have a backup plan. All right, yeah, I'm gonna fire my Stream of Infernum, which is a fire spell, at the same time that Hunter
Sarah,
looses the arrow.
Why don't we have you go ahead, Sarah, and roll yours?
Hey, hold on me.
I am keeping my eyes on this. I want to be either
Hold on.
elated or disappointed.
Oh, you're still popping back into.
Yeah, sorry.
No worries.
Computer's being dumb. On the plus side, okay, so Covenant Grogs, Hunter, abilities, bow. Would this be from cover? You think?
Oh yeah, we're hidden right now.
All right. Roll.
Damn! Every time.
Okay.
Hunter is a god.
I want to see what happens because I think he's not waiting
He's
for
so
anything.
good at arrow.
So I just want to see if I can.
This Ken's job is just arrow.
So let me see if I can do this. Modifier. I'm gonna put -8 on the kind of the roll to see if he happens to hit. Go ahead and put your if you want to click on damage.
It's a -2.
Oh god.
In defense.
Okay. Damage. Any
your...
modifiers?
No, just it should just do it like kind of from what's there because it should take what's already there.
Holy shit. He dead.
Details. Damage applied 28. Just to try to remember. Just dead. It just straight up shows up as dead.
Hunter's just like look at this happens like I'm never living this down. I'm never living this down.
And yeah, hits, strikes. I'm now going to remove that. I just grabbed the specialist, so I had a base stats for a person. Hits them, and then you roll. So you're gonna have to overcome his might. So you'll need to get above the level of your spell. I'm assuming you're doing like big, like loud words and everything else.
Yeah. Do I get any bonus? Oh, my aura level is showing -12.
Oh, it should. Here, let me just confirm. Oh, I'm sorry. I did not erase the divine. It should change. It should have changed.
All right. Let me.
Yeah, I still because I saw the divine aura 4 from last time we cast some spells,
Right.
and that was
Loud voice, exaggerated gestures. Do I get any modifier for being hidden?
no.
Like him not seeing me? No. Okay. Stress die. Kabloomy. Yeah, that's well above.
Okay.
That's a 32.
What is the level of the spell? Was a 17?
A 20.
20? Okay, so you have a plus 15 to you have basically a plus 15 to your penetration, which means if he had 15 or more might, you would not be able to do damage to him.
Okay.
And to let you know here, just to give you an idea.
Stream of Infernum is plus 10 damage. I don't know if that matters.
Yeah, what do I have to do here? So, yeah, a prince gains plus 20 infernal might on top of whatever their infernal might would have been. But this is not a prince. So,
I was about to panic. I was like,
Yeah,
if this didn't hit, we're running.
yeah, because
Like,
basically
no-
it would just sort of splashed against a prince and done like almost next to nothing. Or done kind of literally nothing. So what you want to do is for damage, you're basically just you might be able to just click in. Let's see if it works this way. Under your things for combat, go ahead and I think if you hit damage, put
in description,
no
vitals in combat.
So yeah, in vitals in combat, first just do like a slash roll 1d10.
All right, so slash roll. Um, 1d10. 6.
Okay, so then what you're going to want to do is you do plus 10.
Yeah.
So if you want to just put damage, if you click on if you go into your thing, click on damage, and then just
Add 10 in the modifier.
yeah. Do you have any other modifiers that are there?
It says advantage 24 and strength -2.
Oh, okay. Then let me try this. I'll hit defense.
Okay.
I'll put. Well, shit. That's not what we sort of wanted. So you hit. So you have a 16. I can do it this way. Yeah, this is one of those things where it is in the book. However, let me pull up because like
Sorry.
no, this is what I've got to just double check. There's got to be a way to do that with like the spell damage.
I've never hit a magical creature. A normal person gets hit by this spell, they die.
Because it does a good amount, but let me just find gap. Because like in the actual ones in here, they'll show here are the numbers that show what sort of damage and such they take, and does not show it in there. Oh shit. Oh, here we go. So you had 16.
I had the 6 on the roll, and then a plus 10. So
Okay.
yeah.
So 16. He does have a bit of protection there. So he's got a 5 protection, which means essentially an 11. For him, that's a medium wound.
All right, so I hit him good.
Apply. So yeah, as it hits, as he's hit by the flames, he's not kind of down and such out yet. The others and like the other people in the clearing sort of scream when the arrow went straight through his head. And now people are starting to run. They're freaking out. No one quite knows what's going on. If everyone wants to go ahead and hit initiative, and we'll also like the shield grogs and stuff are going to be there as well.
Yeah, I
they
think,
might be staying close to you, is my guess right now, or
I think 2 of them were on me like normal. The rest are probably like I ordered them to not let the others go. But if whatever the case may be, where the heck is initiative?
Initiative. If you just go to your sheet, there'll be a combat thing under vitals and combat.
There it is.
Oh shit! Let me. God damn it! Like, what initiative goes there? So do me a favor, pull out your character's little face thing on here. Oh, I'm still that. And then put it on the side so we can see it.
Yep.
And then, yeah, if you right-click it and put, like, the toggle the combat state, you will show up there. I'll do the same right now.
How do you go to combat?
If you just right-click on it, there'll be a little thing in the bottom corner that's got...
I'm in combat.
Oh, BJ, we are in... So that was 12:18 is what we did for the first mages. We are now in 12:21. Combatant.
I gave Thekla, this is not his character sheet, but I gave him one of one of my characters named Foylon from Jeff's game picture. I hate when it's just, the same hooded figure over and over again.
Can I change? Yeah, so basically for everybody, if you just want to go and pull your character onto that board, hit the right click on the thing. It'll just make it easier so we don't have to go around. Right click on it, and then at the bottom left. You want me to do that for you, Sarah, or you have trouble with the computer?
So you pull the little the face onto the board?
Yeah, pull the face on the board. And you can actually hit initiative from there.
I'm having a lot of trouble with that.
Here, I'll pull you
configuration.
on.
Well, you pulled Lear, not Hunter.
Okay, we'll remove Lear.
There you go. Oh, he's lost in the thing.
Oh, did I pull? Who's that?
Wait, there's one for the knight.
That would be me.
Okay. Yeah, if you want to rename your character Thekla, that'll help. You can. It'll be useful.
Is the one at the top Hunter?
The one at the bottom. Oh. The one that actually has a picture.
Ah. Okay. I already rolled initiative. Does that matter?
I think we'll just redo it there because it'll be easier to keep track of. So right now I've got Zaldin the Knight, Gop. I do not see Hunter. Oh, here we go. Hunter's there. Oh, wait, the Knight just disappeared. Okay, Thekla, there we go. Okay, yeah, if you just want to click on your thing, it'll automatically roll initiative for you. If you click on the little, the D20 there, it'll do it for you, I believe. That's over on the right-hand bar. Where says
roll dice?
On the right hand bar up top, do you have like two little crossed swords?
No.
Do you have like the right next to the chat? Do you have like two little crossed swords?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So if you click on there and just hit the D20 there, it'll throw our stuff in. If everybody else will do that.
Am I in the initiative yet?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I put you on there. Yeah, so if everybody just goes to, it's right next to chat.
3. I missed my 10. Oh well. Yep, the Prince of Hell did great again.
Oh, okay. Roll initiative.
All right.
Oh, you get the same ones. Then you got 2 9s.
All right. Gap, while wounded, flames are coming around him. There's a moment, basically tries to shake it off, and then this goes back and makes this very very loud noise, that echoes throughout the forest. What he's essentially doing is he's summoned up something. He's used one of his powers. So they've got a might pool, and they use that for their various powers. He used some to coalesce. He's got some other ones. Yeah, he just did something. You all are not sure what. So that takes us to Zaldin.
Okay. I think we're just gonna keep it going. I think we're gonna blast him with another fireball.
Right,
Stream of Infernum. Aura level 3 because I'm still in the woods. Okay. Firm voice, bold gestures, stress die.
Then we've got Hunter and Thekla after that.
Oh no, that's a botch. Oh no.
Take 3 dice. You always
Oh
take,
shit.
you always take extra dice with. I believe it's in there.
What do you want me to roll
Okay.
for that?
So, let me. This is one of those things. Let me double check because it's been a little bit since I've looked at the botches. So yeah, botches can be a lot more dangerous when it comes to mages. On casting a spell. We had somebody roll a botch for something. So yeah, on those ones, always ask me how many dice you should roll if there's a botch.
Okay.
Because that's always because I think this one just rolled no botch out of 1 dice. So in a moment, I'm gonna have you roll a couple more dice probably.
Okay.
Because anytime you cast and get a botch, it is just more dangerous, just in general. Hermetic magic. Sorry, let's go here. So this is probably actually on the cheat sheet. It'll be an easier place to find it. Sorry, just double check real quick. When casting, no, this wasn't cast. This was regular casting.
My bad.
No worries. It'll be easy. I'm just double checking. Remember how much it is because I believe it's plus 2 dice with when you're casting a spell. Sorry, because this can lead to some stuff happening.
Sorry.
Bless you.
I look forward to the day that the Grogs run the Covenant. After we all get exploded via magic.
The casting roll. Yeah, do me a favor. Go ahead and roll. Go ahead and roll 2d10. Four and a 2. Okay, so no botches. Thankfully. Okay. So I think that would be no botch out of. So yeah, you roll the stress die. Let me get the details here. Creo, Ignum, Aura, minus encumbrance. So yes, your Ignum stamina and your regular casting total. The 6 get added. So this one, as it hits him, it kind of wreathes about him, but doesn't actually catch. In this moment, it's actually his magic resistance, his innate magic resistance, which you have an 8 on your the penetration there, is not enough to actually penetrate through that. So it's kind of comes around him and he just sort of stands looking a bit more triumphant than some of the other people who were freaking out a moment ago. I mean, there's still a lot of them running, but there's some who have fallen to their knees. That takes us to Hunter.
All right.
Hit him in the head.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the bow.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have cover or no?
Remind me, what's the... I don't think cover will matter so much here. Did something pop up asking about cover?
Cover is the specialty.
Oh, yeah, you're behind the tree and stuff. Mm-hmm. You can kind of steady yourself.
You rolled a 0. Check for botch.
Roll one
finally.
Botch. Roll 1 botch die.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah.
Hunter finally missed.
As it fires out there, the arrow. Let me go back to his finals in combat. Just for. Yeah, it goes completely wide. As it goes. The flames, their arrows cannot harm me. And then what's Thekla doing?
I'm gonna charge this guy.
Okay.
I only have a great sword. And I'm gonna shout, "Men with me!" I'm gonna try to to, try to like shout out a formation that we know or something.
So yeah, I think you will say you're kind of close enough to be able to rush in. You're the place where you'll be able to rush in. The rest of them won't quite be there yet. So if you want to go ahead and roll your attack.
Yeah. Well, I have a leadership and giving orders roll, so I'm like, maybe. Ooh. Exploding dice. Roll again. Current multiplier 2. 25.
Declan succeeded.
Woo!
Click your damage.
Quickly.
He has a medium, right?
Mm-hmm. So next, you should just be able to click damage, and it should.
Oh, sorry. Hold on a sec. I was in abilities, which I know I need to be in.
Oh yeah,
combat.
yeah. Go to the combat because it'll put your other bonuses that'll be there, which sometimes there'll be some other stuff in there as well. And make sure do you have your great sword clicked? Is that the weapon you have clicked?
Yes.
Okay. Because there'll be a bonus of damage for that.
24 damage.
So it won't matter. So I'll say this place. What is the bonus for your greatsword for damage?
It's just a +1.
Okay, so yeah, it would have done a little bit more. Yeah, as you come out, if you want to describe what happens when you strike his body, because it is going to, he will be like incapacitated at this point. Like he's not entirely dead, but the body itself will be soon. It's one of those things that you will know. You don't know much about demons, Zaldin, but you do know that they can reconstitute themselves.
Well, Thekla doesn't know that. Thekla is nothing if not confident, and it's also really trying to make up for the fact that he's like the guy who joined the team and was immediately injured for 3 years. Like I was updating him, I only gave him 1 year of stuff because I remember he was so injured that we said at the time, like, he's gonna need a couple of years. And he's of a noble house. He needs to prove himself. So he's just like, man.
As I recall, it actually took like a year to heal from that thing. So you might end up giving another year there, but we'll see.
Yeah, I may give him like half. In my head, he's kind of a willow of the winds. But he's like, men with me, and just is like charges in, like holding his like weird, I think he's got a bunch of saint's teeth in his necklace, just like kind of grasping that out in his other hand, and it's just like, and whatever they say in church. I think he generally says whatever they say in church.
All right, just slice him right down with the sword.
Oh yeah.
Like as he kind of hits it, it's just this moment where like his body starts to turn from like the flesh you see into like starts to flake off into like tree bark and some of like the grasses and other stuff that were around it when it kind of coalesced and summoned him in, as it just sort of falls completely apart.
Nice.
And then there's quiet for a moment.
Are there still people in the clearing?
There's one person who kind of fall into their knees, but the rest of them have fled into the forest.
Our people or their people?
Their people.
Well, we can talk to the guy who.
Zaldin just yells from the woods, "Thekla, bring him to me."
At which point, then you hear something coming closer. This is probably
where?
This is probably the friend that he said he had earlier.
Oh.
And
I'm sure this will be fine.
Shortly thereafter, there is a horrendously large, sizes +2, huge man, head and hindquarters of a bear, but then like the rest of the body of a man, carrying a gigantic club as he's making his way through, just comes through and
Man, bear, pig.
just comes through and sort of like into the clearing itself and gives like a loud bellow as he sees the last bit of Gop kind of fall apart. Just gives a loud bellow and goes, Gop will be avenged. And he just like brings up this gigantic club. So at this point, I don't know if. Well, let's also go ahead and put the 3. Do we have a grizzled veteran out there?
We don't.
I'll just pull a grizzled veteran out. We're going to add him to it. And then I will take Thappaboth. 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 To it,
Following the name of the episode.
Going to
Thecla
remove.
2, injured again.
I'm going to remove Gop. So yeah, this large thing comes in, and so we'll have them able to work as a group. Nessa will have you able to. Well, actually, I think that you may actually be able to have them work with a group with you. So with the group, are your attack defense totals with you and the grizzled veteran, are they within 5 points of each other?
My defense is +5.
What about if you open up the grizzled veteran, look at theirs. Are their attack and defense totals within 5 points of yours?
1 second. We both have +5.
Okay, so you choose who the Vanguard is. The Vanguard is the one who will take damage, but also you also roll using theirs, and they will have a bonus because they have been trained to fight together. What is your leadership score, Nessa?
Yeah, 1 second. My leadership, giving orders is a 5. Leadership
Okay.
for soldiers is a 4.
So there's 3 of you there, so you'll be able to, you'll be fine, be able to command all of them. So what will happen here? The sum of the group's combat abilities, the max would be 3 times the leader's leadership, and your leadership was soldiers was 4.
Yes.
Okay, so that'll be a +12. Essentially, is what you'll give to either attack or defense. You choose which each round. So
I'm gonna curse myself by saying this, but maybe Thecla's not cursed anymore.
Yeah, so each round you'll be able to choose, and essentially what's going to happen is you are hitting multiple times. So I just want to check one thing with group combat against a single individual, because it's one of those things where groups versus an individuals are kind of fucked. This thing being as big as it is may make a little bit of a difference. So groups. It inflicts a damage calculated in combat sequence a number of times equal to the number of combatants in the group. Effectively, each member of the group hits once. Blow should be spread as evenly as possible. After subtracting the defending group's soak, which is equal to the Vanguard soak, 4 6-point wounds are inflicted. Yeah, so this is one where if you're fighting up against him, it's difficult. Kind of depends a little bit on his other abilities and such. So we can have everybody roll initiative.
Roll initiative.
Oof, bad initiative that time.
Let me see. Hunter.
Well, Grizzle's veteran, and and Hunter did good, and by good I mean a 9 and a 6.
Okay, so yeah, I think we're using hunters stuff for it. The grizzled veterans are there, but they'll be considered a group with you. Thecla, that means you end up going first.
I'm gonna be like, trip them up, boys, and then I'm just gonna start hacking at an ankle as best I can, I guess.
All right.
I feel like the closer to my feet, the harder I'm gonna be to hit.
Yeah. So when you go ahead and make your attack roll, you will get your bonus. So let me just double check. You will get your bonus. You to either choose whether it goes into attack or defense.
Let's save it for defense. For right now, I feel like if I don't know.
It'll give you a +12 for defense. So yeah, so go ahead and make your regular attack roll.
Okay, 18.
All
19
right.
on defense.
So yeah, as they're all kind of coming up, he's just like he's with a big, massive swing, manages to keep everyone from getting kind of too close to actually do some of the damage. Like you're almost to the point where you can kind of penetrate through his defenses and get to it. But he's big, he's faster than you would think, and that club, while it is gigantic, moves kind of quick. Hunter.
All right. Let's go. Bows. Oh, hold on. Sorry, hit the wrong thing. From cover.
I'd say so. Yeah, you haven't really moved.
I rolled another botch. I rolled a 0. Check for botch.
Okay. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. That's gonna just sort of fly through, and
I think this is a me problem.
No, you've rolled great for Hunter twice. He's had 3 amazing rolls he hasn't rolled bad his entire time, and now it's time to pay the piper.
But no, you don't understand. Like Lear rolls bad so often. I think I'm toxifying this game with my rolls.
No, you're fine, Sarah. Okay. 20 defense, not bad, Theraboa. Man, bear, pig.
But yeah, it goes kind of flying there. And Thapaboth is, because he's kind of in there with you. Who is the member of your group who's taking, like, who's the vanguard, will be taking the damage? Is it you or one of the veterans?
Say one of the veterans.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
veterans. He's grizzled. He's lived his life.
So as he comes forward with this thing, just coming down, trying to like smash one of them into the ground. When you make your roll, since you put it on defense. Go ahead and add +12 to your defense, and you can roll using your stats on that. Oh, shit, no, remember, maybe do it on a grizzled veteran, or we'll just transfer the wound. It'll be fine if there is one.
Okay. 1 second. $24 on defense, including +12.
Yeah. So, if you want to describe how, like, the fact that everyone's there to help, that, like, if it wasn't for that, you would have been hit with a 10-point hit there, which on top of the stuff for damage would have been a lot. So yeah, like, how do you guys barely stop him from getting hit or getting hurt?
I think we Hunter has basically, since he stopped being injured, has been running drills with everyone, even though he is not in charge. He's been acting like he's been in charge and running drills, and we just have this like elaborate. He's like, see, I told you one day we would need to fight a giant. This is what we trained for, and we're just like kind of like bobbing and weaving in between legs.
Yeah,
who's crazy now?
Yeah, as it's kind of going, and one of it, because like it's not quite big enough to go between its legs. It's like 9 feet tall, but like
as tall.
Yeah, it's like huge, like, but not like not like a literal giant.
Why don't we bring Thordak places?
Yeah, and
because then I'd have to play 2 characters. He's
Steve,
a companion.
Play Thordak more.
Because there'll also be people, back at the place. That takes us to, I think, Zaldin. I think that'll be everybody.
Yep. Zaldin is gonna do the fire again at this guy.
Now you will probably have brought with you some Weiss.
I believe I said I did.
Okay, so that's one of those,
because I sacrificed a little bit of it to that pool, but I have some more.
So here's the thing: if you can boost, if you've got some pawns with you, if you can do a Weiss boost if it's like Ignum in this case or Creo, +2 casting score per pawn. So if you want to try to like put some extra juice in it, that's what you can do.
Yeah. I believe I said I brought 5 pawns worth, and I used 1 for the thing, so I'm gonna use 2 for this.
Okay.
Screw it. We're gonna use all 4.
All right, that'll give you a +8.
And I put that in the modifier.
Yep.
Okay. Bold gestures, firm voice, stress dying. There we go.
So he's got a 15 might. This one's a. Now the nice thing is also he's big enough that you can basically put a jet of flame up and not necessarily have to worry too much about hitting your own people.
Okay.
So it is a D10 plus. The problem is his defense is pretty goddamn good. Go ahead and roll D10.
I do think Lear would be pissed if, like, I don't think she has any particular. They have any
5.
particular thing for Thekla,
Oh.
but I do think if
I don't know why it said
they'll-
Thabadababab.
Oh.
Whatever.
Oh, that's so yeah, stress die. That's fine. Yeah, so that's 15 going to be coming at him as far as the damage goes. However, he does have a good amount of soak. He's got like 11 soak naturally.
Okay.
That does give him a medium wound. I hate mages. And everybody wants to reroll initiative.
We hate you too. Oh, we do initiative each round.
That's
Ooh.
fun. Get wrecked.
Good
D-
lord.
0.
Jesus.
Same.
Oh no, wait.
How did
Technically
you
got
get-
a
Sorry,
3.
I'm 3. I thought I was looking at Hunter.
Oh, because you rolled a 0. Yeah, you rolled the stress die. That's a. All right. God damn. Yeah, Thuppaboth.
Grizzled veteran?
As this is going, are you putting your stuff on attack or defense this time, Nessa?
You know what? Considering how it went last time, let's put it on attack.
Okay.
Although I don't want to get 10 points of damage.
So he as you yell kind of to go into the attack. Yeah, he goes comes forward and he's once again trying to just like pound. Oh wait.
Oh,
How do you plus
did
21?
that do 21?
Oh, does this?
You hit attack.
Oh, you no,
No.
you the modifier was still there. Okay.
Yeah,
So,
it's just the 12.
all right, so that should actually be
No, it's all in there. It's a
a
12.
no, but the modifier. Yeah, you hit attack instead of defense. Oh shit! Do me a favor. Go ahead, hit defense.
Oh, sorry.
You were defending it. You hit attack. That was why. Okay, 11. So
Well.
there was a 4-point difference. So technically, that would come 12 points off of there. For the grizzled veteran, you have one of those poor guys. Which one of these is the grizzled veteran? This one.
It's nice knowing you, Artress.
Okay, so he would have taken. Let's just make sure. Okay, so the 11 versus the 23. Okay, actually, let me. Yeah, to make it so it doesn't fuck up here, since he's taking it, I'll go ahead and roll defense on this one for the grizzled veteran. Let me just make sure I have everything checked. I do. So defense. This way it'll come off of him. That way. So Thappaboth, when I hit damage against the grizzled veteran, his actual thing will be 11 versus the 23, so advantage of 12. And then have the grizzled veteran hit soak. And that veteran is just crushed underneath that club. That veteran is so it's going to take your bonus from a 12 down to a 9. And it is it's Thekla and the veterans.
Okay. Well, time to attack.
And yeah, you can roll this on yours and I'll do the so yeah, like he's crushed one of them. That fucker's dead. Underneath it. Ooh. Yeah, that's with your plus 12?
No, those were the 9 because one of them's already dead.
Oh, true. Fuck.
Oh.
Exploding stress die. Oh, yeah. So if you want to describe
Artress died for nothing.
how are you all attacking him? Yeah, we'll roll a 4 on that. So So that was his defense.
I mean, we're in formation, but the formation is off. We're down a man.
Go ahead and hit damage. As you're sort of coming in, trying to take this fucker down.
Well,
12. I'll put
that's
a
12
soak.
damage. It's not nothing.
All right, he's now got a light wound on top of the medium. Yeah, because so now he's got a -4 to any of his rolls. So that is one of the things is because you get the negatives. You this game does death by 1,000 cuts essentially. Yeah, so the three of you he is a little worse than he was before. That takes us to Zaldin, and then it'll be Hunter.
All right. Shooting more fire at him, I guess.
And this time,
Got no more
without
pawns.
your help.
Kabloom. Oh, no. How many botches?
Oh, roll 3.
Oh, you got more botches.
Ooh! Ooh!
You
negative 17.
You gain 2.
Holy shit!
So you gain some warping points. Now warping.
Warping point.
So
Set me on fire, aren't you?
Steve, what happened? What did you do?
Lear, this is the equivalent of you found a dog hit by a car and brought him home and healed him, and then Zeldin left, and it's just gonna bring you back like a dog that got hit by another car and set on fire after you went through all the trouble of rehabilitating Thekla.
So here, when you get 2 or more in a single thing, we have to see about whether
God.
whether you enter Wizard's Twilight.
What is Wizard's Twilight?
That's fine, actually.
So
it's fun.
in this, I don't think we actually have a thing yet for Wizards. There might be a thing for Wizard's Twilight in there. So Wizard's Twilight, it can be a thing where you may pop out of existence for a certain amount of time. Like you come back, but
Thecla's just sitting there like, why are we here?
So I'm checking to see if there is
Whose idea was this?
Is there
like?
So I don't. Warping. So you got 2 points. I'm not seeing a thing for. Oh wait, Zaldin, I'm not seeing the warping show. The 2 warping points showing up on your sheet. We'll make a note here. 2 points. So we're gonna make the following roll for you. I need you to roll. Take your stamina.
Okay.
Plus your concentration.
+2. Where's concentration?
It'll be one of your abilities.
Oh, abilities. 2 + 3.
What is your Vim form bonus? So if you look on Vim, there will be a small thing that will the Vim bonus is essentially your ability to. Right. So Vim, you have a 5. So +5.
Mm-hmm.
And go ahead, roll a stress dice and add those to it.
How do you roll a stress die?
Just
a basic stress die.
Or go ahead, click concentration. Just make sure stamina is the one that goes along with it, and then the modifier, add that 5. And then I will roll
stamina. Add the 5. Stress die, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So you have a 13. So the roll I'll get to do is. Let me back up. So I do the warping score, and you have no warping score yet, but you did gain 2 warping points. So 2, you do not have enigmatic wisdom because you're not House Kriyaman, and the local aura is a 3. So it's 1d10 plus 5. All right. So what happened here? If the roll succeeds, you spend 2 minutes bringing your magic under control, but there are no further effects. If the roll fails, the mage enters Wizard's Twilight. If the mage botches, they can enter Twilight, cannot comprehend the experience. Now, there's some good things in Twilight because you actually come out with more sort of knowledge and such. Now, your warping score right now would mean you'd be gone for 2 minutes, not long, but as your warping score gets higher, you might be gone for years.
Oh, so I'm gone.
You're going to be you don't leave because you succeeded in it. However,
Okay.
because you've not really you succeed. You spend 2 minutes bringing your magic under control, but no further effects. If you failed, you would enter Twilight, which can get you some bonuses because if you comprehend.
BJ in the chat said there's goodies in the Wizard's Twilight, and I was like, ooh,
Yes,
there's
maybe
goodies.
we do disappear.
There's also possible death and destruction if you get enough in there.
Oh,
But I mean, early on is not as big a deal. It's when you're more experienced that you've got more warping points. So yeah, you now have some warping points. But basically you're going to be if you want to say Cassie comes into the thing now for the next turn, that might not be a bad thing because you are going to be spending some time like trying to get your shit under control. That takes us to Hunter.
Okay.
All right, I'll drag Cassie.
I will remove you from the combat right now.
Okay. More bows. I haven't moved, so 13.
okay.
As it kind of just like snaps off in his skin. Yeah, he's got his defense is a 17 normally, so it'd be difficult for you to have to roll pretty well or have it explode. And the best thing essentially is the amount of the bonuses right now that Nessa gets, but unfortunately you are down some folks. So we're going to clear that initiative. We can go. Oh Jesus! We can go again. And there's also remember running is also a thing, and he's big enough that trying to just go through the forest would be difficult. Why'd you get so
What?
low?
A -1?
How did you get a -1?
Hunter.
I don't know.
Oh no, because you've been rolling botches like crazy. You just rolled 2 botches.
Oh.
It rolled
It rolled 10s for you there.
All right. The next session we're with Hunter, we got to go back to the Fae because we're getting all the bad rolls out now, and if we're gonna go,
I'm also
gonna watch the love of our life buff the Ice Queen. We need the good rolls to be in there.
Yeah, because your initiative should be. You've also got some encumbrance.
That's ridiculous, though.
What are you carrying?
Inventory. I don't think you should have encumbrance.
Oh well, we'll figure it out later.
Oh, encumbrance. Something there gave you like an encumbrance of 1.
Reroll then? Am I supposed to have encumbrance of 1?
It only makes 1 point of difference, so it's not like.
It doesn't affect you.
Oh no, but your encumbrance is a +1 because you got your quickness.
Oh.
The initiative, I think, of the weapon, the short bow, is a little bit slower. Yeah, so that's kind of why. Yeah, Thapabov once more. Are you going in attack or defense this time?
I think I should maybe do. Sorry, guys. I think I should do defense again. I can't lose more guys.
Agreed.
Yeah.
You want to roll and add your bonuses to defense?
Holy shit!
Do you think he is stronger every time he gets hit?
I got the exploding dice. In this case, was a 6.
Well,
Oh my
no,
God.
I kind of regret saying that I would do it now because I think it's not going to affect anything. But you know what? I said it, so we have to stay true to our word. And that's a botch. Steve, Michael, can I just roll the 1 botch dice, or do I have to roll more?
We'll take 1.
Okay. So 14.
I'm pretty sure we lost another veteran.
I'm gonna hit damage. Oh, go ahead and hit your soak. Or for the grizzled veteran, yeah, go ahead and hit soak.
Yeah.
See what happens.
Yeah, I imagine is the 9 modifier here too, or
You just hit soak. You have to put it. The modifier will automatically be So as it comes for,
I figured
he hits that one and it brings him up into the air and actually flings him towards the trees. And like the thing is, when the body starts flying that way, there is no like.
he's gone.
Yeah, like essentially, like he's ragdolling it. as he's
Oh my
headed
God.
that way. This thing, like
People are
as
not
you're
going to
looking
want
at
to
it,
do my drill.
no, the funny thing is, I'm just looking at something real quick, just to let you know. Cassie's almost a little better than him. So just let you know, like his attack is a plus 19, Cassie's is a plus 18. His defense is a plus 17, Cassie's is plus 20.
Cassie's a beast.
Yeah, Cassie's a beast. Now the thing is, Cassie's damage is a lot lower.
Yeah.
Cassie's damage is a plus 1. His is a plus 15.
Oof.
Partly because he's got
Well.
that big, huge fucking cudgel.
Yeah. All right, so
Um,
Cassie's up.
is that the next one on the
Yeah.
thing?
Tiger.
Mhm.
I imagine that at this point, like as that body goes flying, this tiger just comes flying through the out of the woods and just is lunging with the claw.
Come on, Cassie, my girl. Come on.
All right. So stress die, I assume.
Mhm.
22.
Yes!
Ooh.
Nice.
Good girl. Good
Oh.
kitty. Good kitty.
Let me just check. What are
Granted, that was with a plus 18, but you know what? Good.
Oh shit. We made a small mistake.
Oh.
What's that?
Uh-oh.
No. Well, it's the sum of the group's combat abilities. The max is 3 times your leadership, but I think it would not have gone down quite so much. I don't think it would have made a difference in this case.
Yeah,
But yeah, so I think technically, because there's 2 of you left now.
So I
So-
think if we were going by the same rules, it should be 6.
It would be 10 now because like you're told the most you can have is 12, right? It'd be
Yeah,
both,
I think so.
It'd be both of yours put together. It'll be a plus 10 when you attack, or well, it would be a plus 10. That wouldn't have made a difference in those 2 strikes.
Yeah,
don't
you know what? I think it all shakes out in the
yeah,
end.
I think it shake out in the end. Because you would have had the full one anyway. All right, so that was the 22, and that was the attack. For his defense, as it kind of comes out, he's trying to like throw the thing off.
Ooh. Well, it's less than 22. 19 defense.
So you want to go ahead and click her damage?
Yep. Ugh, not much damage.
Well,
Yeah, and it's just kind of
Uh.
clawing at it. It's not quite enough to get through. So this is one where this thing might actually be too much for all of it. Like this you've done some damage to it, but you're looking at a fight that you're probably all seeing. You may not be able to win this one.
Yeah.
well, let's at least finish out the round.
Okay.
And then we run after
Yeah.
this.
What was my question? Are you finishing?
Hooray!
Are you finishing out the round? Are you attacking, or are the rest of you fleeing? And like probably Hunter trying to grab a Zaldin who's trying desperately to keep his magics under control to try to get him to run with him.
Why don't
Yeah.
you guys flee, and Thekla and the other 2 will hold him off for a little bit? Probably not that long.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm grabbing Zelda by the shirt, like, come on, boss.
Yeah, he's like just kind of trying, and are you just kind of like
Trying,
grabbing
drag
him and
my
running?
ass.
And then Cassie,
Drag me.
I'm assuming Cassie hits the ground and starts coming towards.
Oh,
towards
yeah.
you. All right, Nessa, if you want to give your the last stand before you hopefully are able to run before it goes.
Did I already waste my modifier? I wasted my modifier in defense, didn't I?
Yep.
Yeah, well. 12.
Oof.
Yeah, as you're sort
27.
of coming, and some of it's just sort of almost hitting him and not worrying about it, as he's just managed to sweep with that huge fucking cudgel. Basically, what do we see next round if you are able to flee before? A clear initiative from Thapaboth. If you want to clear it from yourself. So we Hunter, you've run,
Yeah.
and then we've got the Tiger also will have gone. Are you going with defense?
I'm gonna. Okay, yeah, no, my initiative stays the same. I think I'm gonna have to stay with defense.
Yeah. Are you all falling back?
Yeah, I think we're gonna start falling back.
Okay. Yeah, as the two of you are still trying to fight, as you see them run deeper in the woods. This thing is big enough that kind of going through the thickness of these woods, it's going to have some troubles, especially at night.
26.
All
And
right.
you're 23.
Yeah, so as he's hacking and attacking, you manage to not get struck, not get hit as he's and just kind of like gives a scream. And what do you do?
I'm gonna be like, formation men, fleeing.
Yeah, formation, run away! As you haul ass kind of into the woods, and you hear this sort of bellow come from it, as everybody, like I said, hauls ass away from that clearing. Yeah, so some of these things, this is one where some of that's being is rather dangerous. You gotta, if you hit, sometimes like if you're going to places you think are dangerous, now you can kind of know keeping some of that extra Weiss can help to kind of drop up into that bomb on them.
Yeah.
And we're about 9:30 where we usually end. We're going to go ahead and end here, and then we'll pick up the kind of tail end of it next week.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah,
All
this
right.
is gonna be a fun rewatch.
Yeah, if you want to let people know where to find you.
I am Sarah. I am Power Week pretty much everywhere. On TikTok. Maybe. We'll see. But definitely on Instagram and Threads and Blue Sky. So find me there.
Hello, I am Nessa. I am everywhere under Loch Nessa, LOCHNEASSA, Irish spelling. Also, I'm on a podcast called Dead Teen House Party. If you've ever just wanted to hear somebody recap horror TV shows at you, we're currently covering Harper's Island, everyone's favorite show from 2006, Harper's Island.
All right. Hi, I'm Steve. I'm the Dragon X on TikTok. You can find me here. You can find me Saturdays at Beards and Ronin's Den, and on Fridays at Beards and Barbarians.
All right, and I'm Improv GM just about everywhere, and we'll catch you later.